Camera though, not the monitor.
Yeah, the camera. All right. Check mic. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Talk with Jamie and Carl. We can't really say that that's our name because there's a lot of other podcasts out there with the name Coffee Talk, unfortunately.
Well, what else would it be?
I don't know. There's so many coffee talks. Like if you look through.
But there's not Coffee Talks with Jamie and Carl.
There's not. But if you look through all the different ones, there's a lot of just like coffee talks. Like we need to come up with something different. And I feel like,
That shouldn't be on the podcast.
there's a lot of other names out there, and I think we need to come up with a new name. And I can't figure out what we should call this.
I like the name. I think it makes
Coffee
sense.
with Jamie and Carl?
Yeah, because we like coffee.
So, today I think we're going to talk about what it's like, or how you know when you're getting older. Jamie and I, we both had some revelations this last weekend where we did some fun stuff, like with friends and I don't know, we did some stuff with friends, and it turned out that both of us at the end of the weekend were like
Exhausted
and felt really old. So some of the things, like Jamie, she went out Thursday night, right?
Yeah.
Thursday night. You had like 4 glasses of wine in like 4 hours, and you had like a hangover the next day.
Yeah, it was like, I think it was like longer than that. I think it was like 5 or 6 hours.
Yeah.
And then just wine. Except somebody, you know who you are, I didn't tell you about this, bought a Fireball shot at the end of the night.
Oh.
And that was like...
That puts the icing on the cake.
That was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
Talking
right when I did that.
Talking about shots though, like being older, like when someone says like, oh, let's get a shot. In the back of my head, I'm just like, that is the worst idea possible.
My mom, like, literally my entire life has always preached, like, don't do shots. Don't do shots. Like, nothing good comes from doing shots. Like, yes, it's fun and exciting, but stay away. Because it's so true. Like, that's the thing that always, like, gets you over the limit. Except, so, to talk about getting older, remember, like, in college? Like, you'd pregame.
Yeah.
You know, I remember sitting around, like, with all of my, like, sorority friends or, like, all of my college friends, and, like, literally, people would have handles of, at the time, like,
vodka,
Smirnoff, or, like, Pop-Off, like, plastic. Oh, my God. It gives me I literally have chills. And it would just be like, here's my chaser, here's my shot. And, like, we would sit. We'd be like, we get ready. And then we'd sit for hours. Yeah. Because then you start drinking with everybody.
Right.
And then, like, time goes by, and you're like, oh, my God, like, let's go out, you know?
No.
But, like, I would die now.
Yeah.
There is no way.
Yeah.
No way.
So she went out Thursday night, and I went out Friday night, and it doesn't really matter what nights we went out or whatnot, but I went out with a friend of mine the next night, and we went out to, like, a happy hour for sushi and stuff, and then had like a couple beers there, and then went to another bar, had a couple more beers, and then had these things called a Homeward Bound. It's what is that?
Lemonade.
It's lemonade, Sailor Jerry, and lemon. They're smooth. Mm-hmm. If you want something to try those. They're really good.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we drank like 3 of those, and as soon as I get up to leave, I'm like, oh no, tomorrow is going to suck.
Talking about drinking just gives me chills because my body is not, like, equipped.
I know.
To drink.
But like, remember back in the day, like when you could just drink, like it was fun. Like you had like 4 or 5
also,
drinks.
like, at that time too, like, you were doing it more often. So I feel like you do build up, like, your tolerance.
You build up an immunity, tolerance to it. I'm sure that's true.
Because now I just like it dominates, like, my body. Like,
I mean, as soon as you have a few, it's just like, I'm done. I'm not going to be worth a shit tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that sucks.
So I was exhausted Friday.
Yeah.
And I was just, like, tired and, like, groggy and cloudy. Like, I feel like my brain didn't function. Like, I was, like, writing content for a brand, and I was, like, it literally took me, like, twice as long. Because I was, like, I would, like, start my sentence, and then I, like, have I have all my stuff in place, and I'm, like, just not dialing it in. Yeah. Like, it just was, like, I'm, like, this is just shit. Like, this is not good. And my brain is not good.
Yeah.
So definitely, and I don't know what it is. Like, maybe it's,
I don't know.
You get older, maybe you're just
It's probably just
Your
the fact that you don't
body
have the same
tolerance.
the immunities to it. Yeah, I mean, but so it was kind of cool because
you have to like it's like training for like a marathon.
when we
So
left
you gotta,
that
like train to train.
when we left that bar, and I started thinking to myself, "Oh crap, this is gonna be really bad." I'm like, "All right, it's gonna be okay." Give myself 3 or 4 hours. This is at like 9 o'clock too, so I'm thinking to myself, "Oh, I've got plenty of time to kind of sober up and get better and all this."
Which is also like to point out like it was at 9 o'clock. That's like such like an older like people don't like when you're in
God.
college or like when you're younger like you
You
don't
don't
start
go
going out
until 9 o'clock.
9.
Yeah,
so
exactly. It's like 10 o'clock. Oh, that's like pregame.
And you're, like, already
I'm
tired.
like done at this point.
Ready
You
to go.
know? So we leave there. We go to the next bar, and when we get there, we meet up with some other people. And what's the first thing everyone does? Rumplemint shots.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's like brushing your teeth.
I've
Like,
never had one of those.
No, it's just. I mean, it actually tastes pretty good.
It's like it's like
It's
minty,
refreshing. Yeah, but
right?
then it just hits you, and and like
What is it?
I don't know what it is about Rumplemints.
It's like a vermouth.
No, it's like a peppermint.
I don't even know what vermouth is.
It's like a peppermint drink.
I
It's
know,
you
but
just
like,
brush your
is it
teeth.
like
It's
gin? Is it
minty.
whiskey? Is it
I don't
what kind
know.
of like? Is it a malt liquor?
It's its own thing. I think I have no idea. I'm not
It's a vermouth.
up to
Like
speed
vermouth.
on that.
Is
kind of
vermouth a
stuff.
type of alcohol? No, that's like a.
I don't know. I don't know what vermouth is either. I'm not a big like alcohol person. I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
so I drank half of a shot because someone took like half.
Didn't you say you debated on like spitting it out?
Oh yeah, like it was in my mouth. I'm like, should I spit this out? Because I know like Rumplemints, for some reason, it sticks with me for like 2 or 3 days. Like I always feel like cloudiness whenever I drink it. And it,
Yeah, you stunk when you got home.
I
was
know.
like, "Whew,
That's what I'm saying.
what is that?
But then it felt like old days because
Yeah.
I'm drunk. I'm walking around downtown.
You were drunk? Oh, you never said you got drunk.
Oh, I was drunk. And we were walking around downtown, and then it was like,
chair needs to be bigger. I want to put my feet up.
and then it was like, okay, let's go get tacos. That's a great idea. Let's go get
yeah.
tacos. And then so we ate like 100 tacos, chips and salsa. And then I was on my way home. Are you okay?
I got it. Except now I look very large and in charge.
You're, like sideways.
Well, whatever. I just want to like sit like comfy. The stool's
You're
a little.
moving around a ton right now. It's bugging me.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'll just sit like a.
And then last night, so that all happened, and then we went out to a concert. And like old people, like all the old people are upstairs. 21 and over is upstairs, so they can
Mainly because they can drink.
right, they can separate it, and you can go drink up there. And Jamie and I, we both drank too much this week.
I always get like my fill.
So yeah, separate from the concert. So we were like, yeah, we're not gonna drink tonight.
Yeah.
But when we went downstairs and we were on the actual floor in front of the band and like all the people and everything,
Yeah.
I couldn't help but think like, God, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Because a couple things. One, it's pretty loud.
I didn't notice the noise that much.
I mean, like I wasn't like this is like too loud, but it was kind of loud. Two, everyone around me felt like they were babies.
Yeah, like children.
Children, like straight up children. And not only
Yeah,
that,
you gotta
but-
remember, like Chico's a college town,
right, but
and
I mean,
it's not like a break or anything. Like everybody's in town, and
but everyone was like smoking weed too, and and
oh, I
whatever.
didn't smell that.
I'm not. You didn't see the blunts getting passed right in front of you?
No, I did. Well, first of all, it said no marijuana, so I don't know how they got them.
I don't know. It felt
But
very.
when we looked around the room, though, I saw a lot of like older
There were a lot older people.
people too.
Yeah.
So, but the only thing that made me feel pretty old is there were a couple feisty youngins.
Oh, I
Actually,
know.
not even yet that young.
They
They were
were
probably older than us.
probably older than us.
But like,
Like trying to mosh or something in there, being pushed
no,
around.
they were just trying to like mess around and like piss me off.
I like
That's what the point was. They were just trying to get at me. I think.
I like the stoner guy with the beanie on that had his earplugs
Oh
in.
my god! So there's a guy with a beanie, and he was just like he was rocking
had-
it because
he
we
had a
saw
little ball.
Iration.
He had a little
So they're
ball on
like
the top of it.
they're like a little like reggae-esque.
Yeah.
And but even before that, he's got his like sway, and every time he's swaying, his beanie, the little ball is like hit my nose once, and I was like, oh dude. And then he was doing it again, and he like like almost hit me again. And then there's this other girl who was just like,
Dude, she was like 3 sheets to the wind. She was
Yeah.
dunzo. And she was dancing around, like her arms were like going up in the air. And, like
Yeah.
she was banging into the side of me
but she
so
had like
hard.
a teeny tiny little bun. And that thing was like, it was like the buns and the beanies, like bouncing in my face. And then there's some like tool behind at me that was like
He was trying to like
messing around
make
with me
people upset because
and-
he was pushing himself into people. He's like pretending
Yeah.
to be pushed and like falling into people. I don't know. It felt very much so like a time of my life where I was thinking to myself, am I too old for this?
Yeah, it was like an
are we too
outside
old
of
for
the body
like
experience where you're like,
I don't know. I think but
Yeah.
the moral of that whole story is you still have to have fun and you have to kind of go with the flow of things and just
Yeah.
try to have fun with stuff. Regardless of if you're too old for it or not.
no, it was fun. I mean, if anything, now it's just more like people watch.
Oh,
and, like,
it is. It's so much fun. Like
yeah.
the guy with the beanie, he kept on lighting his blunt, and every time he'd light his blunt, he would like kneel down in the crowd, and it looked like he was like throwing up or something, and he sees light, and then he just go up like this, and he just keep it. I'm like, why would you light it down low if you're just gonna have the bud sticking up like this?
Yeah,
And
I don't
he's
know.
like, and then he's like blowing it into the air and like dancing. And did you see him at the end? He was trying to throw a blunt up to the singer. He kept
he
on like
was.
trying to like show him like, hey man, I'll throw you something. The guy was not even looking at him at all.
No, that was the cool thing, like with specifically Iration, like the vibe that they put out for the show.
It was
so
good.
like positive and like
Yeah.
like I feel like that made like the night.
Yeah.
Like it probably like made some of the like more rowdy people like chill out because
Yeah.
like he started the show like, Chico, you're kind of crazy, and then he was like,
Yeah.
you know, like, we're all gonna have fun tonight and just love each other. So
Yep. Let's
take
be
it
good.
easy, you know,
Yeah.
like I think he said be easy on
I
us
think
or
he did
something.
say that, yeah.
But
That was fun.
and the music is just not as like smoke weed every day. You know, it's more like
It was a good concert.
positive
for sure.
and stuff like that.
I mean,
Yeah, no,
was
it was super fun.
It was a good overall weekend, even though I had to sleep longer than I've ever slept before
Yeah.
being hungover. Like I used to be able to go
Bounce back.
go out until 2:00 in the morning, close down the bar, go home,
Close it down.
go home, go to sleep till like 8:00, wake
Yeah.
up, go to work, and
Yeah.
then work all day, and then go out again that night. And like yesterday, if I had to physically do something early,
Yeah.
no way.
No,
like
I know.
I was probably in bed until what 1:00 yesterday. Like,
Yeah,
I
almost.
couldn't even function.
Yeah.
That's not good.
And then what'd you wake up to?
Coffee and a croissant. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. But seriously though, I mean, it's just
Yeah. Well,
It's crazy, the
I think more
change.
than anything, like now, I just like have no want to do like yeah, granted, like this past week, and you know, there's times and whatever, like you go out for like business stuff, or you like, you know, you go to a happy hour, and then the night takes you wherever, and like perfectly like fine and fun and
Yeah.
whatever, like, you know, you recover and it's a good time, like
Yeah.
whatever. But like the like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and then again Thursday, you
Yeah.
know, like we used to do.
I know it used to be
You know,
an everyday
like-
occurrence.
I mean, granted, like when you're in college and stuff, it's like that's like I feel like a part of like the
It
gig.
is. It's what you do. I mean, it's part of the social atmosphere.
But I still are not really so much like good friends, but there's still a lot of people I know in my life that like they still party like that. And
I couldn't imagine doing that every day.
I just don't have
every
a
weekend.
want. I just don't like it's so, first of all, really hard on your liver.
I was thinking more on your bank account. I mean, it's probably.
Well, depending on where you're located. Chico, it's pretty inexpensive to
I don't
like,
know.
wine and dine.
We spent like probably $120 the other night.
Yeah.
I mean, just on and that's like buying good drinks. If you're going to a bar,
That was
and
just drinks?
No. Oh yeah, we had some wings
You had
too.
dinner and tacos and
That's true.
but yeah, it's just like hard on your body. Mm-hmm. Like, and I just like the idea of feeling so sick the next day is what stops me from overindulging.
No.
And I don't really handle my liquor that well.
Yeah, I know. One of the things I was talking.
Just to be honest.
it's bad.
I get feisty.
But when
In the like, you want to like punch me in the face kind of way.
I wanted to hit you before.
There's like a borderline.
No domestic
this'll be-
violence here,
this-
but I've
yeah, don't say that. I hit back.
I mean,
boo.
I'm not into hitting women, but she's been to that level.
There's like a borderline with me where it's like good alcohol, like I can drink, like it's usually mixing the alcohols or shots or like just when you're like past the point where you're like, dude, like nobody should drink this much, let alone like me.
Yeah.
So that's also a reason why I'm not into drinking, because wine, I could drink wine all night and I feel like I'd be fine. But no, not fine. Like I would be drunk or like sick.
Let's try this. Let's see if this happens. You want to try tonight? Drink a bottle of wine to yourself, see what happens.
Not tonight, except we have that really nice bottle that we opened.
We'll drink it.
And we need to finish it before it goes bad.
Let's drink it. What's that from?
Not tonight. Navarro Winery in Mendocino. Actually, what? No, Anderson Valley.
In fact, I think this podcast is actually brought to you by Navarro Wines.
It should be. We bought so many bottles on our way home.
Maybe you should hit us up. And we'll promote your wine on here.
Yeah. We like wine. I like wine.
On the count of 3, wink at it. 1, 2, 3, wink.
Nobody's going to hear that.
Hear what?
They're not going to hear our wink on the podcast.
I know.
Anyway.
Well, that would be just for the video part.
I'm getting warm now.
Want me to turn the fan on?
Too much caffeine? No.
Another thing, getting old, you notice that if you eat like a Dorito, you feel fat.
A Dorito.
not a bag of Doritos, just like one
I'm like
Dorito.
Bruno Mars.
like one Dorito. You feel like you're like getting chunkier. Like I feel like I just eat something small and I just get fatter. Like it just goes so fast. It's like the shit just kind of slows down. I'm like 28 years old. Like I shouldn't be having that issue. I go on a run.
Well, my metabolism was shot. So I feel like when I eat see how I said was because I'm on that MetPro. So health is a big thing for me.
The older you get though, like it's just easier to get bigger faster.
Well, for sure.
Like, if you eat something like semi bad or wrong for you,
well, I've experienced that my whole life, so for me, age is not a variable.
Yeah, but seriously though, like I'll eat like a bag of chips, and then the next day I'm like, wow, I gained a pound from eating a bag of chips. It's awesome.
Yeah,
it happens so fast.
Yeah. Yep.
Gray hair. It's another one. Noticing that in my head a little bit. Yeah,
for me, I don't know if mine are gray or
super blonde
or just really blonde.
Yeah, no, I've got a couple of gray.
I thought I found one the other day, and I was flipped a bee.
Yeah, I don't want any gray hair. That's for damn sure. Well, I mean, if I went like all gray, I don't think I'd be so upset about it. But like here and there, I don't want to just like go like, oh, you're gray on the sides a little bit.
I wonder if it's like something in the water, or like if there's like something like in the food we're eating or something, because I notice a lot of people.
I think it's stress.
That's a myth. That's a myth.
I hear you say that,
but I see that a lot of like people like 30-ish, like gray is like a thing. It happens.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I feel like people are getting gray like quicker than
another thing that makes me feel old. Tinder and like online and like app dating and stuff.
Why? Because you don't participate in it?
Well, no, not because I don't participate. A lot of people our age participate in that stuff. But what I don't understand
people that are single, not people that are in relationships.
Obviously. But what I mean are people our age that are single participate in that kind of stuff. But when I hear somebody say something about using Tinder or Bumble or one of these online dating apps, I think to myself, what happened to like the good old days of when you went to a bar and you just met somebody?
Yeah.
Like that is, it baffles me so much that these people can just go online, meet somebody, and then start hooking up like that same night. It's just, I don't get that at all.
I mean,
it's kind of scary. And people are like, I'd rather be on this because then I can kind of vet them before I go. And I'm like, I've heard a lot of bad dates that have come from that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you meet someone face to face and like I walk up to you and I go, hi, I'm Carl. You kind of get like a vibe of who I am.
Well, yeah.
Unless you're just a complete idiot or completely drunk, but that's probably happened before too.
No, I think meeting people in person is better. But we're just not in that world because we don't use it as a tool.
I get it, but if you were single and you had to that's like the new way to date, how would you feel about that?
I don't know if I would do it.
You think you'd still try to meet people like the old-fashioned way, just like...
I never whenever I had tried to meet somebody, it never worked out.
Yeah.
So when I stopped trying and I just focused on myself, that's when I met somebody.
Yeah.
That's when I met him. And
We met at a bar,
yeah,
and then later on a corner.
both sober though. Corner, it was like in a neighborhood. It wasn't like. No, I was gonna say, like dating and all that jazz. Like I feel like, I don't know. Like I feel like I read people really well, so it would be important for me to meet them. How I like get that connection, I don't know. I mean, it's the same thing with like social media and like LinkedIn and like, you know, like somebody introduces you through like email. Like you never know. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just we're in the digital age. But
that's true.
But I mean, physically being on like Tinder and like swiping left or right and like all that jazz, like I don't know if I would be
don't know,
into
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But I mean, if you can, it's hard to meet people sometimes. Like if there's okay, so if one side of the spectrum, like guys are not open to it because they're like, oh, I've got an app, so it's easy for me to like, you know, talk behind a keyboard or whatever.
Yeah.
Then it's like, what are girls supposed to do?
Yeah,
They're supposed to just be like, all right, like that's where the guys are, so participate.
yeah.
You
that's,
know?
that's a good point. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I feel like it's still one of those things where like you, I mean, you're never gonna get that. Like if you only online date, you're never gonna get that meeting somebody for the first time at the bar, across the bar or something, where you see their eye to eye and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I gotta go talk to that person or buy that girl a drink or.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that stuff's probably considered weird or bad
I'm sure
nowadays.
there's still people out there that value that over. Not everybody's like only dating through apps.
I know, but like everyone I talk to is just like, oh yeah, like I'm on Tinder or yeah, I just
Yeah,
went on
but
a
look at
Tinder
what kind of
date
people
last
they
night.
are. Maybe they're like shy.
Careful, there are viewers, so be careful there.
I'm saying maybe they're like shy or they've like never been like
that's
comfortable
true.
or
That's a good point.
confident or something
Yeah.
like that. And like that's like an easier way to like put yourself out there instead of like doing it full force. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a good point.
I don't know, but I couldn't imagine dating. I feel like if we weren't to work out, I would just probably get another dog, take Harpy with me, and
Oh.
live my life.
Oh, so I don't get to hang out with Harp after if we broke up?
No, because he's my dog. And he'll tell you that.
Mommy's dog? Well, do you have anything else to add to this, or are we done?
I mean, the moral of the story is
You're still young even though you're old. You may feel like you're old, but like you're still young. I mean, like in reality, I mean, God, we're only 28 years old. We have a long
stop saying our
life.
age. I want people knowing how young I am.
We're only 28 years old. We're only 28 and 23?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a baby.
We're only 28 and 23 years old, so I mean, we're not that old
I am younger than you.
by like 2 weeks. Anyways,
More than that.
yeah, so I mean, you're not old until you're like what, 90? 100?
Yeah.
You're not old till you die.
Yeah. Life is long,
Life is long.
but I think that it's important to take care of yourself or just living your best life. So if you want to go out and party, you go party, baby. If you want to, what?
You go potty?
You go party.
Like piss?
No, party.
Potty.
You party.
Okay.
Then you should do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
if that's
do
what
it.
you're into, then you should just do you.
You do you. That's true.
That's the moral of the story. You
Yeah.
do you.
And I just can't hang.
Yeah,
So
I'm out.
Me doing me
I
is
tap
like
out. I tap out.
is like a couple glasses of wine.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna recover a little bit tomorrow, and then a couple glasses of wine, and then I'm gonna recover, and that's how I have to do it.
Yeah. I maybe a beer or two, or maybe one homeward bound from now on.
Yeah.
You do this like once a year. I feel like you have to get
Kind of get it out of your system.
it out of your system.
Yeah. Well, that's
Because-
like how we are.
That's how I am. I mean, if I do it more than once or twice a year, I feel like shit.
I think the issue is that like, well, we go out and like we have a couple drinks and like it's all like it's like a social thing.
Yeah.
But then the like multiple drinks, multiple drinks. Dracula over here. Staying up late, eating really bad, like
Yeah.
it's like we gotta like sprint it out. I feel like when we do it like that, and that's not good. I feel like if we were just to be like, okay, like let's go out, great, have a drink or
Yeah.
two, then have water.
Have one drink here, then one drink over here, and
Yeah.
water in between.
Yeah.
A couple blue dolphins mixed in there.
Yeah. And then like not binge eat on like horrible things, but delicious things.
I do like food.
I know, that's my problem. That's why I am such a fat kid, like at heart.
Pasta, bread, all the bad things for you are so good.
Well, and that was the thing too, like we were talking about. I mean, I know we're like limited here,
Well,
but
no,
we
no,
were
you
saying,
can go. I can press record again.
we were saying like I almost regret having the alcohol. I would have much rather had like a whole loaf of like bread and
good
cheese.
pastry or something. Yeah. Yes. No, I hear that.
Next time.
Food is better.
Yeah, just like, I mean, the food was great.
What food was great?
Well, the food that you had and the food that I don't know about your tacos, but I mean, the food I had was great.
Tacos Pepe, they weren't too bad.
But the frustrating thing is like, I mean, it'll take me like a week to get back to where I was, but like, I went up like 3 pounds.
Yeah, I woke up and it was instantly like just bloated.
And that's
felt
frustrating
gross.
because it's like you work, like I've been working hard on like stuff for like almost
Stuff.
a year, almost like a year now. And so to like have like a bad night like that, it kind of
And
like takes
backtrack
you
yourself,
back. Like
yeah.
it feels like you take like 4 steps backwards. And I'm like, dang it.
Yeah, no, that's it.
You know,
Yeah. Well,
work
you know,
out.
moral of the story.
eat right.
You're not old unless you feel old. That's not
That's
good.
not the moral.
Yeah, it's not good. Don't follow that.
You're only old when you say you're old.
Yeah, you're only
I mean, I
old.
guess so.
You're only old when you have kids running around in front of you and you say, "These darn little kids at a concert."
No, I've got one. You just have to be mindful of it.
Ooh, that's good. That's like deep.
Yeah. Just be mindful. Mindful of your age.
I gave her too much. Now she
And your
thinks
surroundings.
now she thinks she knows what she's talking about.
I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
I wrote the book.
So be
on
so be
this
mindful
stuff.
of your surroundings. You do you.
Yeah. Age ain't a thing, baby.
It's just a number.
It's true.
It's just all on how you actually feel.
Yeah. And I feel old when I drink too much.
All right. So thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed our camaraderie and our podcast here.
Banter.
Banter, common banter between the two of us.
Yeah.
This was Chill Coffee
No.
with Carl and Jamie.
This is just coffee with Carl and Jamie.
Coffee with Carl and Jamie. Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you guys next time.
Later.
Peace.